I'm with Rukhsana and Jack of IBM here at the OPG Visitor Center where AMBE is having their March break camp, and you guys are doing something very, very interesting and unusual this week.
Absolutely. So, hats off to Jack for bringing all the partners together. The thought process behind this is about 8 years back, IBM announced their Aboriginal strategy, and a very strong piece of that strategy was bringing kids, creating a pipeline for pipeline of talent for IBM. Aboriginal people are into mainstream. Mm-hmm. We know that they are the highest growing youth population, and for IBM to be an equal opportunity employer, I need these children to be interested in maths and sciences, go into careers like robotics and computer computer programming, and become engineers, so I can hire from them.
And I just came out of the auditorium where we were watching the video that the kids had worked together and put together, and I saw the robotics kits, and I didn't want to go out. I wanted to start playing myself. It looked like a lot of fun.
That's what the thought behind all of this is. This year, for the last 2 years, we are switching to a model where we are bringing in partners. In this camp, we are partnering with OPG, who have graciously given their facilities to us. The kids are learning a lot. We are hosting the camp here. We have the board, who have sent their kids to us. Integral part of my camp. Can't do a camp without kids.
No.
Amazing kids. And we had BMO. We did a couple of activities around budgeting, giving them a sense of what money is and what is a smart way of spending and saving it.
What was the age group of the kids attending? Kindergarten to grade 8?
All of the schools. The Rukhsana has 3 schools on the res, and they go from kindergarten to grade 8, go beyond grade 8. So we wanted to make it available to the Rukhsana students during their March break.
And the look on the faces of the kids, they were all smiling and excited and really into it.
Initially, because this was the first one that we were hosting here in Cornwall with Jack, his thought behind it was, we really want to excite these kids, and it's their March break. I don't want them staying in bed. I want them to come in. And I told him, didn't I, Jack, that only the first day would be a challenge because they do not know what they are coming to. Day 2 and day 3, they were here before us.
And the OPG Visitor Center, it's a stunning facility.
It is amazing.
Just because, our challenge is we don't work with children. We're not school teachers, and we rely very heavily on the AMBE volunteers. We've had some volunteers from AMBE. We've had Rukhsana Child and Family Services volunteering as well, and AMBE bussed in the kids, so they provided the busing and the catering services here. So we had a light breakfast and a light lunch, and so we don't know how to fill a child's time. We don't know what it is that a child needs stretching, a child needs breaks. Right. So when we have the activities, once the kids lose the interest in the activity we have, there's so many things around this facility, and I will tell you, this is the end of our 3rd day here, and they have been very active. They've been doing everything, and the equipment, the way this facility was designed, it's an incredibly safe, interesting, and very engaging.
It has a great flow through.
Oh,
I
yes,
find.
It does.
Absolutely.
How many kids in total over the 3 days attended? Was it the same kids every day or different kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think we may have had a little more the second, because when they went home and told their relatives, and so the others said, "Oh well, you know what? I'm going tomorrow." And as a matter of fact, some missed the bus for whatever reason. Rukhsana, AMBE, they were so good. Normally, they just pick up the students at pickup points. But because it was March break, they went out of the way and they went to their homes. So it took a little longer. They were on the buses a little longer, but they got them here because they went out of the way. So
I would say we have about 75.
About that.
That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids. Tell me about it at about 4 o'clock. A lot of kids, but it's all worth it.
And I saw you had a stack of what, about 50 or 60 computers?
50 IBM sent down 49 plus one.
Yeah,
So
50 laptops.
50 laptops, 40 robotic kits, 60.
About 40. You got 20 more, so about 60 the snap sets.
Okay. And what are some of the projects or experiments that they did with these kits?
So snap circuit set are the very basic snap-on circuit sets that you talk about what is energy, what is light, what is electricity, and a great facility for them to see where it is produced, and with that, how does current flow. And within minutes, going through these kits have about 1,000 projects in total, and it starts from the grid where they can snap on connectors and resistors, capacitors, and bulbs for to shine and fans to fly, and soon they are putting together AM/FM radios.
Wow.
And their fire alarms
And they did all that over this 3-day period?
They did all of that.
And more. They built a water filtration system. Actually, I'll tell you that SNC, everybody engaged.
Actually, you had SNC Lavalin here as well.
Yes, yeah. Oh, they were like all the companies that participated. They came. They were creative. You can see right there. You'll see one of the towers that SNC had the younger kids build. It's on the floor there.
So, what other corporate partners participated in this camp?
Engaged Learning was the one you saw
Okay.
the video.
Yeah.
SNC Lavalin did the water filtration in the tower. IBM, BMO, AMBE, of course, Akwesasne Child and Family Services. And I hope I didn't.
That's now.
So, how do you top this next year? Is there going to be a second year?
Absolutely. So
yes.
the thought process behind that is, this was the first year for Jack, and this was the first year for our local partners here. It was not a first year for me, and that's what I
It was
was.
the first year for the entire
Exactly. All the
kindergarten to grade
sponsors and
8.
everything.
Yeah.
What my thought, now that's what I was talking to the chief, is what I would like to see in a perfect world is next year to have the grade 6s and 7s of this year come back again.
Okay.
And to engage, what is missing from this camp is grade 11s,
Okay.
grade 9s. They can get their community hours through this program. They will be great role models who are already in the high school. And the people we bring are role models for those grade 11s to say, we are all flesh and blood.
Yeah.
In those corporate offices, it's people like you, and we want you to be there. And then all these students to see those kids as role models, and we can increase our number, our capacity, and for people like me who are going all, not to come back from Toronto, and these kids and these teachers to be the role model and sustain it within the community.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much.
And they still have Jack here.
Yes. Jack, you're based in Cornwall?
Yes.
I work for IBM. I'm a project manager for IBM. I work from home. I lived in Toronto for years. And after a while, we used to drive through Cornwall, and we decided if you don't need the traffic and you're not taking advantage of what a large city has to offer, then take advantage of what a cozy city has. And live
It's a stunning city, and it's going through a transition. Could you imagine if a company like IBM could set up a campus here or a facility here, the advantages it'd be for IBM, and we have such a great pool of people here?
Absolutely. And we need young, bright minds who are ready to innovate wherever they are, whenever they are.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Well, thank you.